Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, SquareWave 2. The title of today's video, Backyard Chickens and Vacuum Tubes, may appear to be somewhat incongruous to some of you, so let me explain. First of all, the vacuum tubes are here in the shop, and I have over 1,000 of them ready for any repair. And the backyard chickens are, well, the backyard chickens are in my backyard. Backyard chickens can be a fascinating hobby, and in most cities they are perfectly legal. All you need is a fenced-in backyard and a chicken coop, which either you build, as I did, or you buy. The coop is very, very important because at sunset, chickens automatically go into the coop to spend the night, and at sunrise they're ready to come back out. Chickens are very aware of and afraid of nocturnal predators like raccoons. There's nothing a raccoon likes better than a good chicken dinner. So it's very important for the owners, or owner in my case, to lock up the coop securely every night after the chickens are inside. This is critically important. You can never forget to do this. No, we don't have a rooster out there. Roosters are way too noisy for a crowded residential area. What we have is 4 hens. We have 2 Rhode Island Reds named Amelia and Lily. We have a great big beautiful buff or Pinkton named Sunshine, and she looks like sunshine. And we have Roxanne. Roxanne is a barred rock chicken. Her feathers make a very interesting black and white striped pattern that you'll see in a few minutes. Chickens always have their own society, they have their own individual personalities, and they always have what is called a pecking order, with one hen being on the top. In our case, Roxanne is the top hen. She's the boss, we've had her the longest, we've had her almost 4 years, and she's way above all the other chickens. Chickens, especially hens, can make fine pets. They can be very affectionate. Whenever my wife goes out in the backyard to sit down on the lounge or the swing, the big or Pinkton Sunshine jumps up on her lap and goes to sleep. And Sunshine will stay up there asleep as long as my wife is out on the lounge. And when I go out there and sit down on the lounge, one of the Rhode Island Reds, Amelia, jumps up on my lap and loves to be stroked, and she'll stay there as long as I am there. Chickens also can do very funny things, very amusing. Once in a while, all of a sudden, for no apparent reason, a chicken will take off like a bullet and run all the way across the backyard, flapping her wings. And this is for no apparent reason. When she gets to the other side of the yard, she just stops, looks around a little, and begins pecking at the ground like they always do. Now, why she had to get over there, what was so attractive across the yard, is a complete mystery to me. I have no idea why. It's about this time every day that the chickens are used to getting their special treat. And what the chickens consider to be a special treat is nothing more than dried scraps of bread from the kitchen. Chickens are birds, of course, and why a bird would love dried scraps of bread is kind of a mystery to me, but they love it. Also, once in a while, my feline shop assistant, Mr. Dillon, will be out on the lawn with the chickens, scrambling around for his share of dried scraps of bread. Now, normally, this is not something you would think a cat would like. But of course, Mr. Dillon was a hobo. He was living on the streets when we adopted him, and I guess one of the sources of food he could find on his own was dried scraps of bread. Anyway, let's go out in the backyard and give them their treat. Come along. Chick, 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 chick. Chick, chick. Chick, chick, chick. Chick, 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 chick. Chick, chick. Chick, chick. Chick, chick, chick. Chick, 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 chick. Here is our unique, one-of-a-kind chicken coop, designed by my wife and built by me using 2x4s and half-inch plywood. It is very sturdy, and the floor is cement. It measures about 8 feet wide by 4 feet deep and about 5 feet high in front. The roof slants down towards the back. Inside are 2 separate areas. On the left, behind the wooden doors, is an area we call the coop. This is where Roxanne, the chief girl, sleeps. On the right, behind the wire mesh door, is an area we call the run. It extends under the coop, off to the left, all the way to the end of the structure. This gives the girls a little room to move around on those occasional days when they must remain inside. Lily, Sunshine, and Amelia sleep on their perch in the run. Each side has its own night light hooked to a timer, which turns it on at sunset and off at sunrise. Also, each side has its own electric fan, which only runs on those very hot summer nights. On the right side of the structure, near the bottom, you will see a nest box holding 3 nests. The back is hinged and opens up to make egg collection fast and easy. Here's how it works. In all honesty, I really must tell you there are a couple downsides to having backyard chickens. If you are a gardener, if your hobby is gardening, if you have a lot of beautiful, delicate plants and flowers in your backyard, then backyard chickens are definitely not for you. Chickens will systematically destroy most forms of vegetation. So if you have to plant something, I recommend giant redwoods or oak trees, something that's indestructible. The other downside is that the coop really should be cleaned out every day, and there will be chicken droppings all around your backyard that also should be cleaned up daily. But the really good side of backyard chickens is the eggs. Hens lay on the average 1 egg per day per chicken. So of course we have about 28 eggs a week, which is way too many eggs for me and my wife. We end up giving them away to friends, neighbors, and even passers-by on the street. But the eggs are big and beautiful, they're very tasty, and you will never find a trace of salmonella or a trace of hormones. The eggs are 100% healthy. Well, that's the story on one of my many hobbies. The girls and I thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time.